Welcome to EDU World Space.
So now we'll work on problem 50 from chapter 1. In this problem, we're given some simple arithmetic problems, and we're asked to carry out the following operations and express the answer with the appropriate number of significant figures. So we can go ahead and start with part A, where we're given 320.5 minus 6,104.5 divided by 2.3 is equal to, so we can go ahead and do inside the parentheses first, and we need to be mindful of our significant figure rules. So when we divide, when we multiply or divide, we want to keep the same amount of significant figures as the lowest amount of significant figures in the calculation. So since that is 2.3, or the number 2.3, we're going to keep two significant figures. And we write 2,700 inside the parentheses. And then when we do this subtraction, when we do addition and it's subtraction, we want to keep the lowest number of decimal places, and that's 0 because we have 2,700. So the value that we get is negative 2380 with no decimal places. So now we can look at part B, where the initial problem that we're given is a little more complicated. We get 2.85 times 10 to the minus 5, 10 to the 5th, minus 1.200 times 10 to the 3. And then this is all multiplied by 2.8954. So we do what's inside the brackets first. If we do this subtraction and keep the smallest amount of decimal places, which is 2, we get 2.84 times 10 to the 5th. And then this is going to be multiplied by 2.8954. And our number here should have only 3 significant figures because of these 3 here. And when we do that, we get 8.22 times 10 to the 5th. So in part C, the calculation which we're given is as follows. We have 0.0045 times 20,000.0 . So then we're going to add this to 2813 times 12. So first we do what's inside of the parentheses. And we have, first parentheses, we have 0.0045 times 20,000. So both numbers have two significant figures. So when we do this multiplication, we get 90. And then when we do the second multiplication, we have 3,400 with only 2 significant figures because of the 12, which only has 2 significant figures. And when we add them together, we want to keep the same amount of decimal places, which is none for both of them. So we have 34 90 as our final answer. And then for part D, we have 863 times bracket 1255 minus 3.45 times 108. So if we go ahead and do what's inside the parentheses first, we have 863 times 1255 minus 373, which has three significant figures because both of our multipliers have three significant figures. So this here is going to be equal to 863 times 882, since we keep the same decimal places for both. And when we do this multiplication, we want to keep three significant figures, so we have 761,000 as our final answer.